All right, everybody, welcome back. We are about to head through that gate onto the next land of whatever it is. I I have to look. I can't remember the names.
We'll find out there this time. Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
Yes,
I mean, other than them.
that is likely. Thank you, Dohalim. The Valley of the Four Winds, Mahag Zar. That is where we're heading. We're also going to look for an owl out here. Yes, you have lovely armor. It's very nice.
Mahag Zar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
Woo!
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Ooh, hello. Where's my owl? Where's my owl? Might have to kill these guys. They're in... Yeah, okay. These guys are annoying.
Out of our way!
Here I come!
Ooh, Death Blossom.
You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! Come on, look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Okay.
Nice one, Alphin!
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
Oh, it's a lady. It's a lady. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, Devil Tail. Couldn't even see it.
Look, Hoodle, one of your buddies.
Okay, then. Lots of piggies around here. Man, they're sleepy. I wonder if they just don't
There's
see me as...
something in the water.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond, and it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Red and Oz.
Is it time?
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
It's called a fishing pole,
That
dude.
might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Thank you. Fishing! Contain different species of fish to catch in the different places. Okay, these fish can be used in cooking, sold for money, or even unlock new titles. Oh my god. Fishing consists of 4 steps. Casting a line, luring a fish, hooking them, and then reeling them in. Okay, I hope it's not too terrible, because sometimes fishing minigames are kind of crap. But,
There's a nice breeze here.
oh, well, that's good. Let me see. Selecting location. I think I'd like to... Oh, is it... Do the bubbles, or we just... I don't know. Whee! Okay. Ah. Oh my gosh. No, it's okay. Not sure how this is supposed to work. Oh, okay.
Reel it in.
Okay. Oh. Okay. They're not really big about saying what exactly you're supposed to do here. They're just like, here, just follow along. Don't give us instructions beforehand or anything. Can I have it, please?
Well, it's not bad per se.
It's
Could've
not.
been worse. At least you caught something.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm gonna go fishing everywhere.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me.
That's okay. Law can just jump in the water.
Kisara, I think I've seen enough.
Kisara.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that
So,
doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
her
You're
face.
just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
I will let you know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Oh,
Okay.
hello. Hey, you look like you know your way with the rod. I've been fishing a long time and I've built up a good collection of equipment for it. I'll share it with you if you're interested. I just want one thing in exchange. All I ask is for you to show me records of any fish you catch. The more you catch, the more equipment I'll hook you up with. If you need anything, I'm always here. Don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Okay. I am gonna spend so much time just fishing. There's a dude just laying up here. What? How did you get hurt? Phew, you're a lifesaver. Now I can get back to my sorry, forget I spoke. Carry on, don't mind me. Okay.
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Thanks for this shield. This crappy shield.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Silence.
Hey.
Hmm?
Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
They have a silent
Kinda puts
connection.
a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
Yeah, but you're buddies, kind of.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's
Rinwell.
probably right.
Goodness.
And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Redwell.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
Tie him up.
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Aw. Thank you, Dohalim. Let's see. Do we have... I doubt it. Anything... I mean, there's plenty of weapons and stuff, although... Hold on. I want to make sure... Because I found... There is a lady in the library back at the palace that wants to look at all of her books. The next time I visit, I'll have some books to show her. I can't make anything for him right now. What have you got here? Oh. All right, let's
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Yes, all the time. Let's take a little bit of a rest, even though we've barely made it up the trail.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I
Oh,
noticed,
boy.
especially with that open back.
Dohalim!
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
Fair
I'm but
enough.
a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
You were a
But you're
mortal
making
person.
amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight?
Please don't fall down any holes. That would be unfortunate.
Shall we get moving?
Yes, yes, we shall.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Okay.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Ooh, didn't know
Mine
that.
too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left.
Oh, wow.
They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Fair enough.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
Yeah.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Pretty much.
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Infrastructure. These are the important discussions that we must have when talking about reforming the entire way we live here and the form of government. Okay, hello.
Brace yourselves. This one's tough. Dragon Swarm.
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly.
This one's all mine. Ignite. I'm on it.
Oh, totally.
Blow them away.
Nice. Oh,
I wonder if we can
so-
make new weapons with this.
Probably. Hello, bird. Why are you the only one here?
I have a bad feeling about this.
You're finished. I'm not done. Azure Storm. Dragon Swarm. Say no more.
Okay, so something.
Well, looky here.
Yes, looky here indeed. So something that those birds dropped is something that I can build weapons with, which is good to know. Oh, hi. This is a pain. Why can't the Zoogle stand still?
All right.
Perhaps it is time I deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. All right, no problem.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance. You're mine.
Prepare to be sealed, Actually, what sound is more appropriate.
Ah!
Talking, more doing.
I need to, look at my controls again because I'm not sure how to, change my selected target, and I really need to do that. When fast enemies like wolves or monkeys appear, send in Dohalim. Yep.
You shouldn't have messed with me.
In here. Law, get toasty.
Bird strike.
Right, next one.
My turn. Already on it. I'll finish you healing now.
Ooh.
Crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
I love that I can rely on Law to just do the mystic art. Nobody else has to worry
Got
about
some
it.
Interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What?
What? You mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Intrigued by the pile of garbage?
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics.
Oh, that kind of
They
garbage.
look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
Huh?
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation.
Uh-oh, you guys
You
got
see,
something to bond
we
over.
Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
The two history nerds. A hammer? What? What is this? Artifacts. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them, some of which serve as bonuses that can be enjoyed after clearing the game. Oh, okay. Additional art panels. You can now set 6 additional art. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so happy. So does he have anything that he can currently get? No. Everybody's pretty low. Okay.
I said...
Oh my god. How delightful. How... Aha! So these are the regular ones, and then everything else is L2. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Let's see. I always want to have something that will send things airborne. I do like Rising Wyvern, so Put that back in there. I think, I'm not sure if we're going to like a wind area, so I don't think wind is probably going to be a good idea. Megasonic thrust, sure. Mirage. Devastation and Stardust. Okay, I don't have too many aerial attacks, but that's fine.
There's always room for improvement.
Yes, there is.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Woods don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
I can't blame him. Sometimes you just need to be alone. Okay, double checking that this is... Yeah, this is the direction of a dead end. Weird stuff. All right. Hello?
A little help!
Here I come! You're finished! Can't get out of this! Strike! I'll run you through! Here I come! Flying free! If they just sit still! Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Ow.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And pummel to me! First strike! You're finished! Easter!
But that's not what I wanted to do.
Turn the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
You need to hold still, buddy.
I'm on it.
Where are you going?
I'm on a roll now.
A blazing storm!
Azure Storm.
Do it!
Demons descend. Flashing fang.
Oh, hello. Calves of steel. All right.
I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No!
I can feel my precision improving.
You two are absolutely horrible to each other, and it's wonderful.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
You're finished. They got fire.
Demons descend!
Flashing fang.
Easy! Way to go!
Take this. You're in the groove. Stardust. Here I come. Megasonic thrust. You're finished.
By the power of water!
Take this.
This one's
Dragon
mine!
Swarm. Swallow dance. It's over.
I never miss! Now! Frozen!
Hammer.
Oh, giant ice cube.
With this, I can become even stronger!
Okay. It's just a big rock in the map. All right, just a big rock.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I
Peppers.
take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't meant.
Gotta break through. Take this. Azure Storm. First strike. Dragon Swarm. Easter. Rip and tear.
Raging storm!
Megasonic
training's paying off.
These enemies aren't This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Excellent.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Ooh. More stuff. All right, to the ruins or to this side? All right, what's down here?
Hi, Hoodle! This one's mine!
Take this! As your stupid tongue! It's over! Not today!
Now! Demon Descent!
Flashing bang!
Easy! Way to go!
As your storm!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Boom.
Now! Take this! Lunar Rondo!
Do it!
Stardust! Remote!
Astral energy!
Man, I love it when the battles really go like very fluid.
The astral energy was incredible!
I gave it everything I had.
Okay, what do we got here? It's orange gel. All right. Oh, hi guys.
Let's dispose of the trash.
No further! Take this! I'm not done!
Feel!
Hurricane! Here I come! As your storm!
I can carve through armor!
Huh? You picked the wrong fight! As your storm! Dragon form! It's over! Here I come! Now we'll stand! You're finished! I'll take you all on! An astral art?
That's my cue. Mine.
Darn.
Shut him down! As your storm! It's over!
We are freaking invincible!
Thousand and the others truly are strong.
Ow! Stop hitting me.
You can't get out of this! You're mine! Dragon form! Watch
Astral energy.
Okay.
Say no more!
Well done.
Oh, come on. You jumped backwards. You jerk.
You're mine! As your storm!
Hey, that
Don't get complacent.
Never, never complacent. Stonewing mantle. Ooh, excellent. More
Some
out
solid equipment.
equipment for Dohalim. Okay, into the ruins we go.
more Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Maybe it looked a whole lot different.
No choice! Take this! As your storm! Dragon form!
Don't mind if I do.
It's over! You're mine! As your storm! Here!
All right, it's showtime.
Swallow dance!
Ready, do it.
Remote!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Shut!
Well done. Into the
Not
shadows.
As your storm!
All right.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Okay, so we've got a few different areas to go to. I don't know which one is... This just looks like it might be a down, so...
Get lost.
As your storm!
You're finished. Flame of death.
As your storm!
Hear my call.
Megasonic blast! You picked
All right.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off. Lunar Rondo.
Arrow squall.
Okay, let's see now.
Easy peasy, huh, Hoodle?
Yes, yes, easy peasy indeed.
Go no further. Mine.
Gosh, he does not like those between the wings getting stuck there because he keeps wobbling all over the place.
In here.
I'm not done.
This way.
Talon hurricane.
With this, I can become even stronger.
All right.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahog Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that.
I think it's an
If I had
old
to
treasure
guess,
shrine. Ooh, shrine.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Not on my watch.
Eat this. You're mine.
Lightning.
Azure
Raging red. Do it. This one's got your name on it.
Ooh.
Take this.
Where are you going?
It's over.
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Pierce.
With astral energy. Astral energy. Full throttle.
No. Don't you be casting crap at me.
More for the stockpile.
Mirage. It's over.
It's over. Arch shield. Now. Spread.
I'm even
Okay.
stronger than before.
Hello? I was so preoccupied dealing with Azugel, I slipped and fell. Make sure you don't make the same mistake as me. I will not. Thank you. Astral ore. Hello, wake up, wake up.
No backing down.
You're mine. This one's all mine. Dragon form. Burn.
Raging cascade. By the grind and red. This one's mine.
Dragon form.
Dance in the wind.
You'll finish.
In here. Downfall. Do it.
Here I go.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off.
In your dreams.
Now you see what I can do. Eat this.
Lock. Get toasty.
Yay, toasty.
Glacial spear. Pierce
Not
evil.
yet. Crush. Dragon shell. Stardust. You're mine.
Can this world? This one's mine. Let's go.
Do it.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Excellent.
I still got a ways to go.
Ooh, mushrooms. And copper. These guys.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Eat this.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off.
Ow! Punch people in the air, dude?
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade. Nice one, Alphin.
Yeah, that's more where that came from.
Inhibitor crystal, huh? I like these flowers. They're very glowy.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Oh, okay. If it's not for you to say, then be quiet. Get back here.
Armor won't save. Now I'm in the groove. Burn!
Here I go. Into the shadow trigger. I never miss.
Now, you see what happened there is you
Oh.
crossed me.
see what happened there.
Lightning Tiger Blade. See that?
That training's paying off.
Freezing storm. Freeze lancer. Not in your dreams. Ice tornado. Photon storm. Now.
Commander of Heaven.
Ah, my favorite.
Am I on a roll or what?
You are.
Look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Mage coat. Okay.
Hey, new equipment.
Whee! Alright then. That was a lovely little cavernous detour. So if that... What's down here or what's over here? He did say you could see the oh, there. Okay, so I can see the palace there. So let me go ahead and go get anything else I can find around here. Oh. Except for orange gels. Nope. You leave me alone. Oh gosh, this is really far down. Looks like we've got another cave. No!
Gotta break through. Here I come. Azure Storm.
He's there. I'll tear you apart by the power of water. Photon lightning descent.
Okay, alright, okay. I don't want it. I don't want the wind. Whoa. Okay. I hate it. I don't know why exactly, but my screen blacks out sometimes. It's just this one, the one, because where it's recording is fine.
This one's mine. Here goes. Let's do it. Confiscated. Ready. I'm only getting lightning.
Not today.
Do it. Raging storm. Get toasty.
Burn strike.
Right. Next one.
Already on.
It's over.
You made quick work of them.
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to
Okay.
your heart's content.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Oh, looks like there's another person. Hello? What are all you people doing in caverns? I came here looking for food and weapons, but it's nothing but Zoogles around here. Not that I have anything to worry about because of you now. Okay. Go home. Whee! Okay, so this is, what is that? As opposed to, you know what? I don't know. Let's go this way first.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else.
Aw, that's great.
For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Mostly.
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
An extra
What are you
fighter?
talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though?
Yes.
Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your
Oh, God.
diet if you want to stay healthy.
She's gonna be our
Does
nutritionist.
that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
We eat a lot of porridge
Yeah, to be
around here.
honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
Yay!
Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
Ugh.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything
Oh my
to someone
God,
else.
Rinwell!
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Yes?
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being an... Forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
Is this how they
What do you
eat?
want
About
us
how
to
they
do?
eat?
We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia.
Please tell me that he's talking about chewing
Yeah,
with their
I don't
mouth
think
open.
It's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Nope. Alright, since that does seem to be, I'm assuming, perhaps the way to go, I am going to turn around and check out the other direction, but I will do that in the next episode. So thanks, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye!